Hello everyone, this is the Judith TV show where I talk about marriage and marriage related trending issues. My name is Judith. You're welcome to my channel. Compliments of the season, by the way. Guys, in this video, I want to present three issues. Three issues. The first one has to do with Emeka Ike's interview and the response by his wife. The second has to do with a man who saw that interview and then it's affecting his relationship. And the third has to do with a man that put off his wedding because of what he discovered. So I'm going to take it one after the other. So I'll start with Emeka Ike's own first. Emeka Ike, guys, is a Nollywood actor. He's a frontier, one of the frontiers of Nollywood actor. He played the major role. We're talking of the lover boys of Nollywood, that plays the role of lover boys and Casanovas. You have Emeka Ike as one of them. Dark-skinned guy like that, who also interprets his role very well. Yeah, that's all about him. He's from Imo State, and then he was married to Suzanne Emma Ike, and they had four children, three boys and a girl. And then for some years now, he has been off acting movies. I wouldn't know why. I thought he had other businesses he was doing, and that was took his time and everything. But nobody heard much about him, within these 10 years, as I said, until recently when he granted an interview to Robin Mines, Channel's TV program, Robin Mines, hosted by Ebuka. Though it wasn't Ebuka that hosted that particular episode. And then Emeka was their guest. And then Emeka now started talking about the reason why he stayed away. And then because Toyin Abraham had a movie that she just produced, Malaika, and she featured him there. So he now started talking about that and everything. And then before you now know it, he now went into his marriage because he has been divorced from his wife. And then now went into his marriage relationship, that sad experience that he was depressed when the marriage was over and everything. And then the wife has denied him access to the children. It was a lot of allegations actually he leveled against his wife, that she's hobnobbing with kidnappers and criminals that wanted to kill him. She took over their school. She took over everything in the house. He was left with nothing when he got back from US, where he had gone to feature in a movie. It was such a serious allegation he leveled against her. But because nobody knew his wife, or most people don't know his wife, people were like, could it be true? Could not be this be true? You know. But thankfully, the wife now, or ex-wife, now granted interview to Chide Judonwo. Chide Judonwo, if you all know him, is a TV host, he's a filmmaker, and he's a media entrepreneur. What I like about Chide Judonwo is that he has practically interviewed every celebrity in Nigeria. Okay, though he has not interviewed me, I'm still waiting for my turn. But one thing about him is that when the issue is hot, on the hot burner like that, Jude gets you to come and say your own side of the story. And he did the same thing this time around. So Susan, that is the wife of Emeka Ike's wife, ex-wife, Suzanne Emma. So she was on his show to now state this, so our own side of the story. Guys, uh, allegations upon allegations upon allegations, and trust cheating. Experienced TV host, he was taking time to ask her the questions, especially of the allegations that her husband raised in his own interview at channels. And then she also took time to answer everyone, and they spared more. Meanwhile, Chido even said that they invited Emeka to come and talk, but because he had other engagements, so he couldn't make it. But that he promised he would still come. So we are still waiting to hear from him. But I don't see anything different from what he said on channels. So that's why I'm doing this video now that his wife has spoken. Guys, it was such a toxic relationship. This woman, oh my God, what she revealed, please, I think it's even better that you just go do yourself that world of favor and watch the interview yourself. She said quite a lot. Emeka accused her that she's hobnobbing with criminals and kidnappers, people that wanted, and they're planning with her to kill him. She said that there's nothing like that. there's absolutely nothing like that. Emeka also made mention of the fact that the school he established with the 480 million, or did he say 450 million, that when he traveled, and he traveled to US for that movie, he went to be part of, and then he traveled with only his bag, apparently just his clothes and toiletries and what have you. But by the time he got back home, that everything in the house was just taken away. All the loan documents, his photographs, his awards, his certificates, everything was just including the school. That the driver that took him to the airport, by the time the guy got back, the wife now asked him, where is he? He said he's airborne. So the woman now rang a bell and now called everybody in the school and now said, okay, look, you guys will have to go and look for another school. You go back to your parents and tell your parents to look for another school for you. And children were even crying and everything. So she shut down the school. He also said that the wife refused him access to their children, and that the day that they went to court, when she had already filed for divorce, that they went to court, that he knelt down with some of his friends and his sisters and some other people, begging her not to leave, but she refused and insisted that she left. Those were some of the accusations. If I remember any, I'll still be saying it. Those were the major accusations that Emeka accused her, you know, heavy accusations like that. So when the wife now came, as I said, Chude now took time to ask her to respond to each and every one of those accusations. The woman said that there's nothing like that. That the school he was talking about was not even built with that 480 million, 450 million, that they had not even completed the buildings. And then she said she left the school October before the final closure. She left the school like October, and they had some months, before the school was now finally closed. Who now closed the school? Nobody now knows. And she said that when she was leaving the house, she left with just her clothes, the clothes of her 2 years, because they have 4 children together, 3 boys and a girl, 4 children. So she said she left with the 2 youngest ones, their clothing, her own clothing, her certificates, and everything. That's just her personal things. And those were the things she left with. And by the time Emeka got back from the US and called her, she said she has left. Then again, she now said that Emeka was always hitting her, assaulting her emotionally, verbally, and then physically. Hey, and these were the thing. I mean, the same allegation. Emeka denied it on. Okay, let me not say denied it now, because it's until he comes to Jude that will now know. Because I'm certain that Jude will also ask him that. Emeka said that he has never beaten her. In fact, that there was a time she was even asking her, say, babe, this one people are saying that I'm beating you. What do you think? And the wife now said to him, you're a celebrity, so that's how they will always talk, just to like maybe get views or whatever. But the wife said that it is not true, that this man was always abusing her. In fact, that there was a time their child was in the hospital and they went there, and then right in the hospital, then he started assaulting her there, that people saw it. There was another time she said that the guy hit her on the jaw. There was another time he said the guy hit her and he fell down, and rather than walking away, he almost walked away, and then now came back to her and now said to her, it is not me, you are the one that is making me to do this, before he now finally walked away. He said there was another time he did that his PA was with him and in front of the children. In fact, that woman said she spilled a lot of things. And then she also now said that the guy is into drugs. That when children now asked her, so how do you know? She now said her children told her. So she now added 1+1 and now said, look, this could be true, because they will plan to do something with money. At the end of the day, the money will not be there. What took away the money? She will not explain. Emeka will not be able to explain. What did you now use the money to do? Emeka will not be able to explain. The money will just go like that. There are a lot of things that they have planned as a family, as a couple, to achieve. But at the end of the day, the money will not be there. They are expecting the money to come in. The money will come in. But at the end of the day, the money will no longer be there. And she will be like, what happened? That she didn't know. Then she now talked about the abuse, the issue that is between her mom and Mecca's mom, that Mecca that is claiming that he built a house for the mom. That is not true, that the woman had the house before, but the only thing is that I think she renovated, and which Emeka now gave her some money, to add to what she was doing to them. It was quite a lot, guys. However, guys, what I want to talk about in this video is that I don't know, because Emeka has moved on. He also said it in that interview. He's moved on. They've been apart for 10 years. So Emeka has moved on. Emeka has even gotten married to a South African, Germany-based lady, and they have a daughter together. So what I don't understand is what informed Emeka's coming out to now talk about this now. That's what I just don't understand. So what are you now talking about? The lady, your ex-wife, has moved on. You yourself has moved on. You now have a wife. You now have a daughter by her. Apparently, maybe he's with two of their children, the first two or so. Or was it that the wife now has the custody of the four children or something? But whatever thing that happened, why would you now come and talk about this now? Is it that the wife, has decided to now move on after the 10 years of, trying to pick the pieces of her life, and maybe somebody is now coming her way? Because the wife is, if you see the woman, pretty woman like that, calm and pretty lady like that, maybe somebody is now coming her way, and then this guy could not handle it, and then he now started talking. Because why would you be talking now? What's the essence of talking now? What do you want us to do now? Because you guys are already divorced. So why are you now body shaming the woman? What, you want us to hate the woman or what? Why? That's what I don't understand. Why would Emeka go to the media now? I know, just as the wife said, that he has been granting interviews, and still be talking about this and everything. But since you guys have already divorced and you've even gotten married to somebody else with a child, so you have moved on. And now, Toyin Abraham, gratefully enough, now brought you in to be part of the crew of the Malaika, the movie she just produced. So you are doing well for yourself, or you have not also picked the pieces of your life, and so is your ex-wife Suzanne Emma. So why would you now come on TV, national TV, and in fact global TV, because it's channel TV? We know how many views and how many subscribers they have, and then for you now to come and be talking about this, to the extent that you said she's hobnobbing with kidnappers and criminals, and they took over her reasoning. They're the ones that tell her what to do, and what that she wants to kill you. You begin to wonder, why would a woman with four children with a man now want to kill the man so that she alone can now bring up those children? Okay, let me not rule it that, because there are some women that are bad. In fact, Emeka's wife also said that Emeka refused her working. That what brought them together in the first instance, that he met him when she was 18. She just finished secondary school and she had wanted to be an actress. But Emeka said, no, I don't want you to toe that line, because I don't want a situation whereby, because I intend to marry you, I don't want a situation whereby I'll be on the news and you'll be on the news. And this lady agreed, which is good. But at the end of the day, what now happened? Is it as a result of taking of the drugs, or what now happened? There's no accusation of the woman cheating, aside that she's hobnobbing with kidnappers and everything. If you look at the woman herself, guys, my own is, why are you now talking to us now? Why are you now saying it now? What is the essence? What point are you trying to make? I am talking to Emeka now. What point? Guys, that is what I don't understand. That's the question I have about all this. Because the relationship, from what the wife said, and even Emeka to an extent, is toxic. And if both of you cannot handle it, that Emeka has now gone ahead to marry somebody else, and you already even have a child with the person. So why are you now talking about this other woman? What are you talking? Even Shan George. Shan George is also a Nollywood actress, one of the veterans. Shan George now said that, look, Emeka Ike, rest. What that simply means, Emeka, please forget about this thing we are saying. We are not buying into that, because it's like she's privy to one or two informations. So she knows, probably she's doubting what Emeka is saying. And then she ended up telling Emeka, what you should have just done is to promote the movie, the Malaika, that Toyin Abraham's movie, rather than talking about leave your Susan, your ex-wife, alone. You have moved on, move on. You can promote the movie that you are part of the crew, but leave your ex-wife. So that tells you that, this thing is, I don't know why Emeka will come up with this kind of a story now. The only thing I suspect is that maybe the wife has also moved on. Maybe she's getting on with somebody now, and the person now wants to be real in her life. And then this guy is now jealous for him to come and be talking about it now. Otherwise, why? Guys, I don't know. Please let me know at the comment section whatever you think, whatever you feel could be the reason why Emeka is coming to spill the beans now. Because what for? Just what for? They're already divorced. If it is the time they are trying to divorce or whatever, that you are now talking, so that people can now say, okay, this, that, but the divorce has been concluded. As a matter of fact, Emeka also said in the interview he's granted in that channels that they knelt down in the court himself and I think his siblings and his friends and was begging his wife not to go and the woman refused. But the lady said that there's nothing like that. That he never did a thing like that. As a matter of fact, there's time they came to the court and then they now said that I think he pleaded and they now said okay they should go back home and then see if they can reconcile a court settlement. I mean to settle outside of the court. So he now said he was going to come to because he had already moved out. He was going to come to where she was staying, either with her mom or so that they can talk things over. He said he never came. He never showed up. So, I mean, the thing is, whether Emeka is telling the truth or whatever. So, what now? What prompted this disclosure now? That's what I don't understand. That's the question I have. Guys, please, if you know, whatever you think, whatever is your school of thought, please let me know at the comment section what you think prompted Emeka to be talking about his ex-wife like this when he already has a wife, a South African lady he's now married to. So that's what I don't understand. Please let me know in the comment section if you have an idea or what could be what you suspect could be the reason why he's spilling the beans now. Okay, so that's about Emeka Ike now and his ex-wife Suzanne Emma. Now we'll move over to the man who watched that interview of Emeka Ike, and I think he was on the verge of wedding his fiance. But when he now watched that interview, the man put everything on hold. Because Emeka said that he trained his wife and then he loved her, but that she didn't love him. But from the interview of the wife, Kai, oh no, you will find out that if there's any person that even loves her, it is even the wife. That is my own opinion because I watched Emeka's interview and I watched his wife's interview. Now, that man, as I say, I said it's going to be three things I'm going to. So this is the second one now. The man now puts his wedding on hold. Apparently, the man also trained the girl in question or his wife fiance in question, and then maybe he's been seeing some signs. In any case, if that is the truth, because I don't know the man to have interviewed him or whatever, but if that is true, and then the man has seen some red flags that he needs to apply caution or he needs to give time so that he could do some findings, more findings. Oh, that's okay, because I've always said this: a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. It is better you save yourself that lifetime stress on pains and struggles by ending up with the wrong person. So if the man has seen red flags, if the man suspects that this is not what exactly he expected from his fiance or so, it is good enough for him to apply break now and then review things genuinely, so that if the red flags you're seeing is not something you can handle, it is better you back off now. Yes, everybody will be pained, but after a while, God will sort out everybody. It is still far better. But if after again you have now taken time to look into the issues and then ask questions or whatever, and at the end of the day you discover that you guys are still good to go, oh fine, you just do your work, because I want to believe every other marriage rights must have been observed except for the white wedding. So if you now find out that everything is okay, you can now still go ahead. I think it's better, it's safer. I prefer the way this man is doing this. It's better and it's safer for both parties. Yes, even if they decide to go their separate ways, yes, somebody will be hurt, somebody will cry, the man will feel the pains, the lady will feel the pains and everything. But it's still better for them than in the next 5 years, 7 years, you start telling this kind of a story that Emeka and his ex-wife Susan is now telling. So it is still far better. So I support that man, he's taking a break to find out more about the relationship. If there are certain things, if there are red flags he has seen that he had wanted to ignore, this is the time to now handle. This is the time to discuss. This is now the time to deeply look into it and think about it, so that once to inform your decision, so that once you have decided to move on, you move on. If you decided to back out, you back out. There are just two ways. Okay, no in between. That's what I mean. Okay, guys, let me also know your opinion on this, if you're in support of the man, of what the man did or not. Then I now come to the third one. The third one is the man that was to wed a lady, I think the next day or the next weekend. And by this day or the weekend before the weekend he was supposed to wed the lady, the man put off the wedding completely. Yes, people will now say, hey, what happened? Why would you do a thing like that? Hurting a lady? Please, before you judge the man, let me tell you what happened. This lady had an ex-boyfriend, someone she was dating. Then they parted ways. I don't know how they parted ways. I don't know what happened between them before she now met her husband. And then this guy, they dated, and then the guy now ended up marrying her, did all the traditional marriage rites, and then it was now for their wedding to seal up the relationship. Only for this lady to go back and sleep with this guy the night to her wedding or the week to her wedding. Who does that? This guy didn't value you enough. I don't know why some ladies devalue themselves. I don't know why some ladies throw themselves together. I mean, how? Why would you devalue yourself to that extent? She now went back and slept with that guy a night, the eve of her wedding, or a week to her wedding. The same guy that didn't find you worthy enough to marry you. So you're only good for bedmatics. You're only good to have intimate with him, maybe to just satisfy his urge. You are not good to be married. And you didn't see that. You didn't read in between the lines. You went back to the same guy to sleep, even when God has now blessed you and wiped away your tears by giving you another person. Then you now went back to sleep with this person. And you know what? The guy discovered. The husband discovered. That was why the guy put it out. Do you blame him? No, hold on. Do you blame him? I don't. In fact, if I know that guy, I will tag this video to him and I will tell him that I support him 110%. In fact, I added 10%. I'll tell you guys why. Number one, that sleeping in that night, that one night sleeping, could result to a pregnancy. And you know what? Once the lady discovered that she's pregnant for this other guy, she will start feeling somehow now. Then she has already wedded this guy. The next thing, because definitely after the wedding, they will have to be beating as husband and wife. You know what I mean? Then the lady will now pretend as if it is this other guy that is her husband that got her pregnant. Meanwhile, she knew it was as a result of her meeting with this other guy. Somebody, and at the end of the day, she will not have a child that this her husband will believe 100% that is her child, not knowing that is not his child. You see what I mean? I did a video, I think the video that has to do with what the period of courtship is all about and everything. And I said, one of the things I said in that video is, look, somebody told me, although there's no official statistics, official records to that, that 50% of firstborns are not the biological children of their father. It's usually because of this. I don't have an official statistics to that, so I cannot pin my hand to it and say, okay, yes, it is true. But the possibility is there. If this guy had said, okay, let me go on, aside this fact that the lady could be pregnant for this guy. But even if she's not pregnant, guys, do you know that if this lady can afford to sleep with this guy on the eve of her wedding, you see that relationship, it continues. Anytime that guy, because the guy has her secrets, the guy knows how to reach her. Anytime that guy wants her, that lady will be there for him. God help the husband if he's the type that travels, maybe whatever he does for a living, takes him outside the city where they live or whatever. So anytime the man travels, this guy will have a field day. And having a field day, the disadvantage is that anything can happen in terms of pregnancy, even if it didn't happen in that first time. So if there's a pregnancy that results as a result of this, she'll bring it to this man. Even if the husband is quarrel, even if the husband is tired, she will ensure she seduces this man to sleep with her so that it can now be that it's my husband that owns this pregnancy. But deep down her, she knows that it is not this man. So you see why the decision the man took by putting off that wedding is the best. I support that man 110%, guys. I don't know what you think, but I support that guy 110%. Who does that? A man that didn't marry you. He didn't marry you. And you're going back to him to do what? To do what? I recall a couple that I also did a video on. That guy was accused of cheating on his wife. And you know with who? With a girl he dated. So that one now flew from US to come to Nigeria to come and lodge in a hotel. Then the man will come and meet him there. After meeting with him, then the man will go back to his wife. So I said to the lady, are you okay? Are you okay at all? What occurs to you each time that somebody knocks at the door and it's the man and you open the door and he comes in, he stays with you. When he's leaving and they shut the door after him, what occurs to you? He's going back to a home because he has a wife who he values more than you. And here you are, still doing a boyfriend you did with a man for how many years, and he left you and came and married this one. What kind of a devaluing of oneself are ladies into these days? That's what I don't understand. So you see why I support that man in what he did. 110, not 100%, 110%. Because that's how it starts. Before you know it, this man will now be the one that will be having children for this man. Each time the lady feels that she's pregnant, she'll quickly find a way of having something to do with her husband. Then she'll now tag the, and this man innocently will be accepting the children. Oh, my wife just gave birth to a baby boy. My wife just gave birth to a baby girl. Oh, I have 2 children. I have 3 children. Not knowing that none is his. So by the time the man discovers, your guess is as good as mine. It will just be a disaster waiting to happen. So that's why I support what the guy did. But ladies, can we just learn? What kind of a devaluing will you devalue yourself to this extent? What type? This man left you to go and marry, whatever be his reasons. That means you're not good enough for him. He doesn't want to marry you. And then all you could think of doing is to go back and sleep with him. Even when God, a lot of women are fasting and doing everything just for God to give them a husband, to give them a spouse. And God has answered your own prayers. And all you could do is you went back to the person that rejected you. I call it rejection because, why did he not marry you? If you are good enough, maybe is he in bed or whatever, so why did he not marry you? Only for another person to marry you, and then this one is now calling you to come back, and you went back to him to go and do what? To go and do what exactly? See, just carry your bag and go home. You are not ready. You are not yet ready to be married, or you go back to that person and continue with the boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Since you prefer that one, I think it's better so that God can sort out this man. Give him somebody that is ready to settle down, to build a home and to build a future with him. I think that's the best thing, guys. I don't know what you people think, but I tell you, I said 110%. I support this guy. But in all of these three stories that I talked about, please let me know your thoughts. Share your thoughts with me. What do you think? Okay, what do you think between Emeka Ike and his wife? What do you think? The reason why he shared it now, and what do you think about the man that decided to put his own on hold because of the Emeka Ike story that he heard? And what do you think about this other one that canceled the marriage thing entirely? Let me know your thoughts at the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. always appreciate you guys being there for me. But please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel so that when I upload videos of such where I talk about marriage issues and marriage related trending issues, and then you hit the notification bell so that you'll be amongst the first to get to know. Okay, thank you so very much, guys. I sincerely appreciate you guys. I'm grateful. Thank you so very much once again. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now, guys.